Just imagine, you grind so hard at work that you literally die from overtime. Yeah, that's Kanji Yakutani, the world's most overworked doctor. He keels over, wakes up, and instead of heaven, he's in the body of a 12-year-old noble boy with god-tier hacks.
Huh?
And I don't mean Fortnite hacks. I mean conjuring medicine out of thin air and diagnosing diseases by staring at you like a medical x-ray machine hacks. If Grey's Anatomy met Skyrim, this is the anime baby that you'd get. Let's break down parallel world pharmacy in just 10 minutes. This is Honest 10. 10 facts, 0 fluff. Let's get into it. Kanji Yakutani dies of, like I said, too much work. God looks at him like, damn bro, you didn't even touch grass once, and tosses him into a fantasy kingdom. He wakes up as Farma de Médicis, son of the Empire's Archduke pharmacist. At first, everyone thinks little Farma's just recovering from a lightning strike amnesia. But the whole time, it's actually Kanji, PhD of grind culture, back with a vengeance. Except, this time he's got cheat codes. Left hand creates elements, right hand deletes them, and his eyes can literally see diseases glowing inside people's bodies.
Okay.
Normally, nobles need wands, chants, and divine arts just to conjure a bucket of water. Farma's out here summoning tsunamis with no wand, no chant, and no cooldown. He's got the divine eye, which is like Google Lens for illnesses. Instant scan, instant diagnosis. Oh, and a tiny detail, he casts no shadow. Everyone who notices this freaks out like he's a final boss cosplaying as a child. But Farma just shrugs and uses his godlike powers to invent ointments. Yeah, peak main character energy. We got Charlotte, the loyal maid who's basically the anime's emotional support, and Eleanor, Farma's supposed tutor in divine arts who very quickly realizes that she's the one getting schooled. At first, Eleanor's confident. She's the kingdom's top scholar, hand-picked to guide this prodigy noble kid. But within minutes, Farma breaks her entire understanding of magic. He casually conjures spells without a wand, shrugs off divine restrictions, and his crest starts glowing with the literal mark of the deity of medicine. Oh, to top it off, he has no shadow, like I said. Cue panic. Eleanor's like, you're a ghost, a spirit, a divine error! And Farma's just standing there, deadpan, like, nah, just vibing. It's one of those perfect isekai moments where the mentor realizes she's teaching a walking miracle who could solo the gods if he wanted to. But instead of freaking out forever, Eleanor calms down when Farma saves her life with his medical magic.
Yeah, boy.
No divine chant, no ritual, just science and heart. From that moment, she is all in. She pledges herself fully as his tutor, assistant, and hype woman, determined to help this cheat code kid change the world of medicine one miracle at a time. Meanwhile, Charlotte's in the background making tea, crying, and defending Farma like he's the second coming of Christ. Balance restored. The Médicis clan is loaded with noble pharmacy clout. I mean, loaded. Farma's dad Bruno is a Chad Archduke and head of the Imperial School of Pharmacy. His sister Blanche is adorable, and his brother is off studying abroad. Problem is, in this empire, nobles who can't master divine arts are basically social rejects. Old Farma was mid-tier at best, but new Farma? He's handling medicine easy like it's a Kaizenat Twitch stream. He proves it when Blanche gets chickenpox. He sneaks modern medicine into Candy, and she bounces back in days. And suddenly, everyone realizes this kid's built different. Here's where it goes nuts. The Empress is dying from lung disease. Court physicians are like, we can give her herbs and prayers, but Farma's like, hold my stethoscope. He straight up invents a microscope, identifies tuberculosis bacteria, and whips up a 4-drug regimen that would make modern doctors salute him. Dad Bruno is like, kid, you're either blessed by God or committing heresy, and nearly duels him with ice walls. But once the Empress recovers, Farma's officially certified as a royal physician. 10-year-old kid just cured a ruler's TB. Casual work. As a thank you, the Empress lets Farma open his own pharmacy in the capital. The thing is, Costco meets CVS meets Hogwarts. Consultation rooms, labs, cosmetics. It's the fantasy version of Walgreens, but actually useful. But there's one issue. Nobody shows up. Commoners think it's a trap, nobles think he's a joke, Charlotte runs a survey, yes, anime invented market research, and Pharma adjusts prices, branding, and even launches non-lethal makeup to replace the lead-filled garbage that nobles used. Jackpot! Suddenly, lines out the door. Pharma is in business. Wouldn't be a good isekai without a group of haters, right? Enter the Pharmacists Guild. Basically the Walmart overlords of medicine. Yeah, I know we're using a lot of grocery chains, just trust me. These guys are the worst kind of establishment. Greedy, arrogant, and terrified of change. Led by Veron, the guild's head snake. They see Pharma as a direct threat to their empire of overpriced, low-quality potions. From day one, they despise him. They laugh at his age, they mock his childish medicine, and publicly call his treatments nothing more than candy for peasants. They spread rumors, sabotage his shop, and use their connections to block him from trade and supply lines. But here's the problem for them. Pharma doesn't play by their outdated rulebook. He introduces real-world science to a fantasy world. Diagnosis before prescription, sterilized tools, correct dosages, masks, and actual hygiene standards. It is revolutionary. Then other pharmacists start paying attention. Pierre, one of the more open-minded members, sees the results firsthand.
その診療所は来週までお休みですよ。よろしければ私が娘さんを見ましょうか。いや。娘さんのお名前と年齢は？
Pharma's patients are surviving illnesses that everyone else calls incurable. The contrast is undeniable, and slowly, Pharma's method starts spreading through word of mouth, turning skeptics into believers. His clinic becomes the center of modern medicine, and the Pharmacist Guild starts bleeding members like a bad wound. So what does Pharma do? He builds a new guild, one not based on greed or hierarchy, but on evidence-based medicine, empathy, and progress. His guilt isn't profit, it is saving lives. And Veron, man's in the corner moulding, watching everything he built crumble because a kid dared to be better. It's poetic justice, the birth of a medical revolution in an isekai world that still believes leeches cure everything. Word spreads fast. Too fast. The temple sends inquisitors to test Pharma as a possible heretic. They ambush him, try to tie him up, and the whole crowd is expecting an execution. Pharma flips it. He uses anesthesia, performs surgery on their wounded leader, and saves his life on the spot. Even the Inquisitors are like, bro's not a witch, he is Jesus Christ himself. Bishop Solomon hands Pharma a holy wand that only he can use. Plus, a talisman to fix his missing shadow. From suspicious shadowless child to living saint in one surgery. Great work, kid. And then the nuke drops. Plague. Pharma identifies it as the Black Death, aka humanity's scariest historical disease. He rolls out quarantines, mask mandates, ship inspections, and basically he invents the CDC before the CDC. But then, of course, evil Dr. Cuss shows up. He releases plague vectors on purpose, like some sort of twisted science fair project. He injures Pharma's friends and terrorizes the pharmacy. So Pharma finally goes full superhero mode and erases poisons with his right hand, purifies Cuss with rainbow holy light, and saves the entire empire. The Empress declares him savior. The pharmacy reopens, and Pharma goes from burnout doctor to legend who gave medieval medicine a complete upgrade. And that's Parallel World Pharmacy in 10 minutes. From dying of overwork to building a clinic that solos the Black Death, Pharma proved that sometimes the real cheat code is caring about public healthcare. Smash that like button harder than Pharma smashing TB under a microscope, subscribe for more anime deep dives, and drop a comment. If you got reborn with a godlike profession skill, what would it be? Anyways, see you in the next video. Stay healthy and stay hype. Peace!